Hey everybody, welcome to the Dope and Tape Show. I did do the hand thing. I feel like I needed to do the hand thing. Hey, welcome to the Dope and Tape Show, everybody.
Do it if it
Now,
makes you
now
feel
I
better.
like it does. It does. I don't know. I guess watching YouTubers and stuff on the open box things is like, hey, look at my hands. You know?
I love it.
Oh, man. Hey, it's episode 132. We have Ray here, 669, right?
That's correct.
Wow. Union
Let's
man.
go. 669 in the house. We got a lot of 669 listeners, especially in Indianapolis, Indiana area. There's a huge bunch of them. I think you guys got the biggest. I think you got your biggest is in Indiana. Is that right?
That's one of the big ones. We're pretty big here in Colorado. I think we're 500 members here in Colorado almost. I
Damn.
think, yeah, we're the largest local in the UA. I do know that.
That's awesome. That's
Wow,
something to be proud
that is
about.
awesome. That
Yeah,
is.
we have the largest training program, as far as I understand, for sprinklers. We have 60 plus instructors that are on staff that teach in their states and their areas. We have full-time instructors. We have traveling instructors. So yeah, we're a pretty big organization.
That's awesome that you guys have that many instructors. That's huge. That's something that like you don't see in the non-union.
Oh no, well
Is
it's not
the
gonna be there.
in the
Now
instructors.
I am seeing more and more companies doing training programs, and then a lot of companies are talking about doing some in-house um like training risers and systems and fire alarm and kitchen hoods and all that. Like that's coming. I see that as kind of like a trend, I guess I can even say. So they are doing it, but it's not as structured as union, and it never will be. It's up to that individual company, but I see it happening.
Yeah.
And that's why the guys that
See that
excel open
as kind of
shop
like a
are the guys
trend,
that
I can
care
even say.
and that go out of their way to learn the extra things and get their extra licenses and take that effort and that opportunities that are there to better themselves.
Absolutely. I completely agree.
And so where's
I
the
mean,
where's your I remember they were telling us there's like a place near Indiana, but where are the schools? If you got 70
So
instructors, they got to be all over, right?
so we're everywhere, right? And we're all unique. We all have our own set different locations. So for instance, here in Denver, I teach out of the local 208 Pipe Fitters Hall because they're in the UA as well.
Okay.
And because local 669, we're a road local. We're nationwide. So we have a hall, we have an office based out of Maryland. And so, here in Denver, we don't have a training center that is local 669s, but we do have one in Vegas and we do have one in Portland. So, and that's where Anna Rigsby is teaching out of, and she is right there in the chat. There you go. What's up, Anna?
oh, cool. Thank you for
Look at
coming to
him. He's even
watch.
beating me to the
Please
chat.
subscribe.
That is
Please
awesome.
subscribe, everybody.
Like, all right, so, all right, hold on. So, I gotta compliment Ray. Your background, the audio, the video, everything looks great, right? So, thank you for doing that. He's got the second camera, so the second device, so he can see the chat. Thank you for that. But right before we started, right, we told Brian because I got the idea. I'm like, wow. So now everybody, look at how good Brian looks.
I was like, Ray, how do I do it? Okay, and I did it, and I was like, oh, this is
Boom.
it.
Looks way
This is
better.
it.
Looks way better. Look at that. So appreciate that, everybody. Thank you guys. What do we got? Tommy Howard, first comment. I don't know. We got to go back and check. I think he's got the first comment like for a lot of episodes.
All of them.
Florencio is here. George, thank you for joining. Eric, what up? Chad, round of applause for Chad. Chad's here. Here's Anna. Anna?
Who's Chad?
What up,
Anna.
Ray?
Anna like the
Shut up,
Anna.
movie
Anna.
Frozen.
Daryl, the champ is here. Like, gee, hanging and banging. What up? Thank you, everybody, for joining. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. If you got any questions or you want us to talk about something specific, fire it off. Ray's watching the chat tonight.
Yeah, I gotta tell you a story
Oh
today.
boy, have we heard this one?
Jeez.
Have we heard this
No, no,
story?
this happened today. This happened today. I had some time, and one of my close friends, he wrestled Division 1, and it just a total stud. He opened a wrestling school over in Carrollton, Georgia, called the Coliseum, and had some time, so I wanted to go pick up my son, and we went to go wrestle, and I
You
saw a
did
guy
some
walk in
wrestling? Did a little bit of
wrestling.
wrestling, kid?
Yeah, we did, man.
This is making
And I
me
saw
nervous,
this
this
guy walk
story.
in. I know quite a few people. So a lot of guys that walked in, I know him, but this one guy walked in, I was like, I know this guy, but I don't. And and then later on, I think it was like 10 minutes in where everybody's getting ready to do a drill. And I was like, man, I feel like I know you. Like there was a guy who won Fargo state championships, I think freestyle state championship, went all American this year and signed with North Carolina. And he was like, is his name whatever? I don't remember. I need to find out his name and shout it out. But and I was like, yeah, that's his name. He's like, that's me. He's 250. He's doing backflips and what is it, hamstrings? I don't know. Cartwheel to hamstrings, I
He's
guess that's what's called,
250
but
doing
backflips.
backflips?
Dude, the dude could move. I was like, I have to wrestle you. And freaking wrecked
Whoa.
me.
Whoa.
Like I lasted like I couldn't do nothing. So North Carolina,
Gotta
shout out
wrestle
to you
you.
guys. Y'all are getting a stud.
Brian,
Just
I
that
haven't
dude, I got
wrestled
wrecked.
they're
since I
asking,
was
Freaking
in high
wrecked.
is
school.
that Mercedes-Benz Stadium behind you, Brian? They're asking what high rise you're living in.
No, no, this isn't.
Mike G said, "Is Brian's background legit? Where is that?"
No, this is not Atlanta.
Yo, it's
Too
the
many lights
Matt
for Atlanta.
Bass. What up? We had a meeting with
The
Matt
Matt
Bass last
Bass.
night, and Brian and Matt Bass and myself, NFPA. We're talking on Wednesday. It's the early one. It's like 8 a.m. 8 a.m. 8 a.m. to 9 a.m. We're on stage. We're talking seminar. Be
Was it
there.
the
Be
17th?
square. We need
June
your we
17th,
need
I
your
think.
support. June. Yeah.
17th.
If
This
it's not the
the
17th, it's the Wednesday right there.
right.
Matt Bass is
The
gonna
convention
clarify it.
starts
Yes, sir. I got your
on
email. Just
16th, I
crazy
believe.
busy.
Hey,
Yeah,
what are the dates for AFSA out here in Denver?
That's
AFSA, we're
later on.
also
Was that
going to. We're
September?
we're super excited for that. That is mid-September, and it's always makes me nervous because it's super close to my son's birthday. But it is. We're missing it by a little bit. It is the 18th to the 21st, and we might. I forget. We might stay a couple days on the tail end. Like so, I think Arco's sponsoring that trip,
Yeah.
and
Yeah, and
uh,
I think
and Russ
I
is
think what
from
we need
there,
to do
so he's
when
gonna
we get
take us
there.
out.
Oh yeah, he said he's going to
Russ is
show us all
taking
the
us out.
spots.
That's it. Boom. If he didn't say it, I just said it.
Hey,
Have him uh, have him take you guys out to Meow Wolf.
What is
what is
it?
that?
Meow. What is it?
So that
Oh,
Meow Wolf is a 90,000 square foot interactive art exhibit, and
What?
it is fully
damn.
sprinkled, and you will see some of the craziest sprinkles uh,
Damn,
put in
son.
that you've ever seen.
Owl, wolf?
Really?
Meow Wolf, like the
Oh,
cat meow meow, and a wolf
Yeah.
howling at the moon.
meow,
They just had to
wolf.
design it to
Russ.
fit the
Attention.
all the booths.
They have some very interesting pieces of pipe in there. So they built a castle inside this building, and in the castle they have bent pieces of 1 inch that are fully exposed that are out for everybody to see. Uh, when I first got in there, I found out who installed it, and I asked him. I said, "Hey, why didn't they actually paint that pipe?" I said, nothing says you can't paint the pipe. He said that they didn't allow it. Denver Fire didn't allow him to paint that pipe. And I told him, I said, you know what? I think it looks better not painted because that's a work of art that you bent that pipe
Hell
and you
yeah.
put it in.
I agree.
Uh, and so, it's a nice little piece of art, sprinkler art in the building for you guys to see.
Yo, Chad.
That's
The
cool.
Chad says that Meow Wolf Santa Fe. He's been there a few times.
Been so
Meow. Anna
my
said.
wife works for Meow Wolf.
Anna, Anna says meow again. That's
Meow.
good. That's so good. Hollywood Brian. Matt is traveling. He's at in Atlanta
Speaking of
on a
meow,
plane. On a plane? Streaming a video? You better be in airplane mode, Matt.
So
Yeah, what up,
I
kid?
hey, so listen, shut up,
Sorry.
Bobby. So speaking of meow, I got a
Just
funny
talk.
story. It's still going. No, and well, you talk over me. It's a
Just
little
keep
rude,
talking.
but
I just do like a one little and you hold up the whole show. Just keep talking. I want to just talk at the same time. Go
so
ahead.
I want to say for let's see here, about 24 years, I've been answering the phone from my mom about every time she calls, I'll answer it and I say meow. And she has yet to acknowledge it. Not a single time.
Meow.
And I'm gonna keep doing it until she's like, Brian, why do you always do that? But
Meow.
not since. I mean, it's been like 24 years, 20, maybe a little longer.
Cause
And now Bobby's gonna answer every phone call with meow.
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 Meow. Right? Meow. Chris is here. Did you go see Chris yet? Are you going to see Chris? Flow some water? Get my level?
Oh no, I need to. I'm gonna be up in Alpharetta. I can come by SPP Pump tomorrow.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Jump in the Ford, Platty Daddy, and do some burnouts in the parking lot?
come on. He has a sweet truck. He has a sweet, I think it's
Yeah.
the F-250.
Love that truck. Boom. I want that baby in pearl white.
I need to bring him his boots
I'd go with those fuckboy wheels though. I wouldn't go with like the off-road ones like he's got. I'd get like those fucking, you know what
with
I'm talking
like the
about.
chrome,
Not
like
chrome, but like just not like
stainless.
off-road ones, like ones that I could do donuts with.
Some
Take
deep
now,
dish.
Bobby. Take what? Take your truck? Send me the keys, baby. What up, Wayne? Thanks
When
for joining.
when's that weather gonna start changing up there, Bobby, and get that Mustang out?
Oh, it was nice today. Like it's trying. It's trying. And like I don't know. I came home from the south and it was like there was earthquakes as I was flying and it was like 10 inches of snow. I have a pop-up
Jeez.
I got a pop-up garage outside like a tarp type metal, V-Vor special and that thing just collapsed. I don't know if it was like, man, we really did get an earthquake, huh? It was obviously the snow. It's just a joke, but
Did you feel any of that earthquake out there, Bobby?
people from the town are saying that they felt it. I was when it happened. I was in Atlanta. Where was I? I was sitting in the plane in Atlanta as it happened, and the guy's like, "Oh, there's just an earthquake in New Jersey, and we should be fine. Get ready for takeoff." Like a lot of planes got grounded though, and it like screwed up the air traffic. He was saying it delayed us by like 40 minutes.
No, that ain't too bad.
Wow. Dang. I mean,
An
phew.
earthquake, but when you're in the air, I
Are,
mean, what's an earthquake
are you gonna make
affecting
your
me?
Mustang a dope and tape Mustang and like pro charge it or something?
Yeah, do we have the funds?
I mean, eventually,
Yeah, for sure.
all you have to do is
I'll
just
wrap
put
that
a.
thing.
You just
Boom.
gotta put a big sticker on it, and we put a pro charger.
I was really banking on this the little OG motor to like blow up one day so I could justify a crate motor, but that thing is just the little brave toaster. It just won't die.
Will a LSX fit in that thing?
I
You
don't
think?
know. If we get the biggest whatever, I'd probably put a Coyote in it.
You can't put
Yeah.
a Chevy in a Ford,
Yeah,
Brian.
I'd put a
But they do
That's
it all the
5.0.
something from
time. That's
Atlanta
like
would
the
say.
Yeah.
first thing you do. If you're like in,
No.
yeah, yeah.
No. I couldn't do it.
Oh, so I guess y'all are not car guys,
I'd
but
drop a
yeah,
5.0
it happens
like
all the time.
No, Ford guys, Ford guys.
Ford guys. Yeah, come on, let's go. Solar powered pumps, SPP all the way. I don't think that's it. I'll be here till noon. He's there till noon tomorrow. It's
All right.
Friday. It's Friday, kid. So there's we do toolbox talks at noon.
Toolbox talk. Yeah,
Gotta have at least
they just like,
two
okay,
sets
you're
of
here,
So
wheels
do
you're
for
you
your
here, you're here.
diesel.
All right, bye guys.
you do those in on Zoom then, Bobby? You get the guys to drop in and they all zoom in and you toolbox talk them?
No, I don't go that far, but I pick the toolbox talk that we're gonna do, and I send it to them every Wednesday morning, and hopefully they're doing it.
Make them sign it.
That's it. They're reading it. We don't have like a huge crew, so and they're gonna put it in their dailies. If any of you guys are watching.
Yeah. Those dailies are always a struggle to get those guys to do those.
And I know firsthand from being in the field and like you got a lot of shit going on. You're like in the basement of the basement of the hospital with no service and you can't get Procore to open to fucking punch in this shit. You're like, fuck that phone. And then you're like driving home, and then you're home, and you're like, fuck that thing. I'll do it tomorrow. So
I never
I get it. But
do
so
it.
that's why you got to try to just stop during the day and just do it. Do it on the time where it makes it right.
I
Whipple
mean, you're stopping for
supercharger is the way
lunch.
to go. That's what everybody does, though. What's up with I don't know. Guaranteed there has to be a kit to put an LS in it. It's not happening, Tommy.
No, it happens all the time. I mean,
I
if
have
you're,
swapped a few
especially
Mustangs. Will fit much
if you're
better
doing
than a
drag
Coyote
racing,
and a new
because the LS engine
new
can
edge.
handle more
I
horsepower, more
know.
torque
Yeah,
than
but that's
the
not what I'm not in
definitely
it.
than the 6.4
I'm
though.
not in it to be like the biggest, fastest, most horsepower. It's like we're keeping that baby a Ford. You know what I'm saying? Take Bobby to the
That's
Well,
what
pump
we
room
like to
with me
hear.
all the time.
I
FaceTime
mean, yeah,
troubleshooting.
you can put a
That's
Coyote
true.
engine. You can do like a what is it, like the Boss 302 manifold on it already.
Do you
You
see
just
those
go ahead and
You see the
put
Coyote
that on there.
trucks? The Coyote sleeper trucks?
Oh yeah.
They pull the bed out and they put twin turbos back there somehow, and like they make these 5.0 Coyotes. They're doing like 6 second quarter miles or something crazy. Brian shot
Sweet.
way up in my book telling Bobby to put an LS in it. Wow, Brian's getting some points. But what about the shark bites and
Yeah.
Lowe's, bro? He goes to Lowe's and he uses shark bites. So, so the next one was LS. He brought him back one. I got you.
All right. All right.
Al says
Good
he swapped
positive
a few
points.
Mustangs and the LS will fit much better than a Coyote.
So I had a FRS for a little while, and I put a Vortex supercharger on it, put some wider wheels, changed the fuel injection system, and that
Damn,
was
girl.
probably the funnest car I ever had. I mean, that thing was a blast. I wanted to take the engine out and put a LS in that in the FRS, but
Put an LS in the Jeep, kid.
that's what I need to do.
You guys ever ride
Oh,
Put some.
motorcycles?
yeah.
Bobby has.
Yeah, back in the good old days. But I was really, really, really extremely super reckless.
Did you ride a crotch rocket or Harley?
Yeah, yeah. So I bought an R6. Like had an R6 Raven, like a '06, '05. It was like I think it was brand new. But man, I would rev limiter that thing at about a buck 72. It wouldn't go any faster. So I was like, boom, switched it for the R1. Hold on tight, boy. That
I
Big
thing.
got a
difference,
Harley.
huh?
Oh yeah. So the R1 was a huge difference. That thing was just like. And I wasn't a big burnout guy, but I was a go really fast guy, and I could wheelie the shit out of the thing. But I was like burning through. I swear the tires were faulty, and so I went back there. I'm like, buddy, this thing's like showing metal again. I haven't done a burnout. He's like, are you speeding? And I'm like,
Yeah, are you doing
I'm like,
170?
yeah. And he's like, well, that's what he's like, dude, you're melting that thing every time you're going over a buck 40. I'm like, a buck 40? I'm like, dude, that's like third gear. I'm going like 100. He's like, yeah. And then every time you're getting on the highway, it's spinning a little bit, but you don't really know. That thing would lift every
Yep.
gear. I wouldn't even have to. I don't have a lot of weight to throw, but there was no throwing weight. It was just all throttle. It would lift up every gear. Every gear would lift
I've
up without trying.
never ridden one,
Scary.
but I would like to.
Whoo wee. Yeah, she was a fast girl. I got rid of her because I probably would have died. I
So
would.
which Harley did you get?
Oh,
So
that's a good
I
question.
had two. I just got rid of one. I had a 2014 Road King that I just got rid of. But
So
I still got
Cruiser,
a
right?
90. Yeah, and I still have a 95 Fat Boy.
Oh, okay, yeah.
I like the Outbreak.
I like the street glide,
Like they
the
have,
road
I've seen
glide.
the Outbreak all done up in like matte black, and I was like, oh, that's it. With the big, huge tire in the back, and they had the big engine in the Outbreak. I was like,
Oh.
that's it.
I want to be
That's
one
it
of
That's
right
a
them
nice
there.
guys
bike.
on the road glide with the open pipes that stands it up 12 o'clock. You see them guys?
Dude, I was really close to getting my Road King built out to do wheelies.
Dude, so that looks so rad. Oh shit.
Yeah.
All right, let's talk some sprinklers.
Yeah.
Let's talk some
Yeah,
sprinklers.
let's talk sprinklers.
So what's your day-to-day like? You're in the field still? And a teacher?
Yeah. I still hang pipe every day. I work for a smaller outfit, mom and pop shop, where my owners are still out in the field working with us.
Oh,
We
that's
got
cool.
10. We're a 10 person company, so we all work together very well. We all know each other. Tight, real tight group. But I do it all. We do everything: inspection, testing, maintenance, install. I was actually installing a house today, custom home up in Boulder. So
Oh wow.
all a fully exposed steel system, The owners have been working on building this house for 4 years, and nobody thought about the sprinkler system, which is required in the city and county that they live in. And every
Dang.
wall is done, every floor is finished.
Dang.
So
Oh wow.
it's a fun one.
I would like that. I would actually love to. I talk about that all the time, just running it. I
Are
would
they
love
doing
to run it
iron or
exposed and see
plastic?
it.
It's all exposed steel 1 inch pipe.
Are they
Wow.
gonna paint it like ivory or anything like
They're
that? Something like
they're
that?
probably going to paint it, and I suggested a flat white because it would look really good. Uh, but at the same time, it looks pretty damn good exposed.
I like that's what I'm saying.
Um,
I can envision it. Just easy on the wrench marks, all right?
as a, I mean, it's their fault for waiting so long. Um, I liked it. I like the way it looks exposed. All their handrails are like a raw steel look.
Oh,
Their light fixtures are like a raw steel look. They
it
didn't do any
jives.
exposed ducting or anything, but it don't look bad.
One thing that's kind of popular is like a almost like a open ceiling steampunk kind of design on like a lot of people are doing that to their condos, and man,
They're
they
doing
look
it everywhere.
badass, dude,
Dude, you see
badass.
Al? The fastest street car currently is a Coyote Mustang. They're just
What?
super wide and it makes it hard to swap into older cars. So,
Progress on fuel lines.
yeah, Pro Press on fuel lines. I have one for sale. Chris trying to get rid of that thing. Oh, sounds my father-in-law is taking a 48 Super Deluxe, and he's sitting on an '06 Crown Vic Police Interceptor. And so he had to
Mm,
chop the frame up a little bit. He's got it on bags, drilled and slotted rotors with a
what?
Borla exhaust. It's a 4.6. It's the same Mustang. It's the same motor my Mustang's got essentially, and it will have all the bells and whistles that like the '06 Crown Vic would come with, and it's gonna look like a 48 Super Deluxe. And
No,
it has
like it's a straight up retro mod.
oh yeah, and it's a one-man show. He's done every single thing himself. Everything. There's not one thing he didn't do. Bending the sheet metal and doing the carbon fiber and all of it. It's pretty crazy. Pretty crazy. So I think that if I wanted to stuff a Coyote motor in my Mustang, I think we could get it done.
Yeah.
I think he's got my.
One of the craziest
It,
cars I ever got into, there was a mechanic that was
Who let
working
you
on my
drive it?
vehicle. And no, I didn't drive it. He was like, there was a mechanic that was working on my car. I think he was putting in the Vortex supercharger in it. And he's like, I'm going to lunch. You want to ride? I was like, yeah, yeah, yeah. It was like a 90 something S240. And then it was like a basic green, no tint. It had one racing seat in it. I noticed that the shifter was changed. And then the wheels looked kind of basic. I
Sleeper?
didn't think anything of it. I thought it was just like a stock 240. He just put a seat in it. I got in it, and then he cranked it up, sound stock. We get out there, we get lunch. We on the way back,
Fucking Ford
we're at a
Ranger.
red light, and he flips a switch, and then the cutoff opened, and it's a supercharged V8 in it. I don't know what it was, which V8 it was, but it probably a LS since they put that
That
in
baby got
everything.
loud.
But dude, that thing was wild. Yeah, yeah, I could hear the turbo. No, I guess it was a turbo. I could hear it spool up, and I could hear the V8, and fastest car I ever seen. I mean, ever been in my whole life. That thing was wild,
Can you imagine
freaking
Chris? Can you
wild.
imagine Chris Dilday in a teal Ford fucking Ranger with a 5.0 in it? That is crazy.
it's a
You
Ford fucking
you would,
Ranger.
kid. Come on. Boom. All right, let's talk about floods. Hold on. Let's talk about dope and tape. Dope and tape. Tape and dope.
Dope and tape, baby, dope and
Double
tape.
take.
Yeah.
And
Okay.
if you know what I
Boom.
will do though, if you got like some big 2 inch or something out there, your 4 inch Siamese connection, I'll dope it.
Yeah. A little extra.
Give it a little bit
I'm with that.
extra.
I'm with
Yep.
that.
A little extra, a
As long as
little
we
bump,
still,
you know.
whatever you do after the dope and the tape, cool with it. You can keep on going. Keep on going with it if you want. I like it.
You working on?
How you feeling about all the red super dope tape that Arco's got out?
The pink
Do
stuff.
you like the pink stuff more than the white stuff?
I do like the thinner stuff better for some reason. I don't know why. Maybe
Yeah.
it's like it's almost like a placebo effect. It feels better, and I don't, I like the thin stuff better. I do.
And the pink
I
tape, it's great for pranking your apprentice. You tell them you get it somewhere that they've never done it before, and you're like, "Hey, we for this job we have to have pink tape.
Yeah.
Go in the truck and go get
I
it."
got one roll under my seat. It's under the
Don't
passenger
come
seat.
back until you find it.
That's awesome. All right,
uh,
how about some floods? Can we talk about do you any? We talk
mm,
about any floods? You see any? You know
let's
about any?
well, let's see. So, as an apprentice, was one of the first times I ever seen ceiling tiles falling out of the ceiling. Uh,
That's
Now
fun.
we're talking 14, 15 years ago. Flex heads were kind of a newer thing, and if you didn't have all those rubbers in and tight, and you started pumping that thing up, they would blow apart. And I had seen about three of them blow apart. And we were in finishing stages of a school, and pressure was going up, and then pressure was going down. And we
Oh,
start running, and we start hear everyone screaming. And I get upstairs, and I just remember seeing full ceiling tiles falling out of the sky. Well, that was a core memory for me for sure. But honestly, since then, knocking on wood, I haven't had anything major where the insurance company had to get called. And I got a little saying, if you don't have to call the insurance company, then there ain't no leak.
I
Um,
like that one because that's very true. Like that's a thing. Like if it didn't make it to insurance, it didn't happen, baby.
if you got a good relationship with your general contractors and they'll have your back and help you clean it up and you get there
Laborers,
fast
you
enough,
gotta have a laborer, buddy,
you
so
know.
the laborer will pick it
So
up.
what I did have happen, what I did do one time was cut into a live line
Ooh,
uh at
with
a
what?
facility. So what I was doing is I was having to install a brand new system in place where an old existing system was. So I had to mimic it only a foot higher, um, with leaving the existing system in place and live with all the temporary coverage. So general contractor comes to me. He says, "Hey, we got to move this piece of pipe in the wall." I looked at it. I said, "Okay, that piece of pipe is dead. I can cut it out." So I went to go cut it out with a sawzall and a brand new 12-inch long sawzall blade, and it was right next to a wall. I didn't have much room, so as I was cutting, I was kind of above my head, playing like this with the sawzall, and as I
yeah.
was cutting through the dead piece, the long blade nicked that live piece right above it and started spraying. In the facility that we were in, the fire department ran the facility and they locked all their valves.
Oh
And so there
no.
was no way for us to stop it ourselves. We had to just catch the water until they showed up to shut the valve.
Oh man,
Yeah.
Oh man.
one of
Yeah,
my leaks is
that was a
similar like
fun
that,
one.
where they're locked. I hate that when they lock the damn
That's
things,
a
but
that's a fun call to the boss. Like, hey boss, sorry, I just cut a live line and it was my own
yeah. And we couldn't really shut it off
line.
for a bit, so
Yeah.
yeah.
But luckily, everybody had my back and we were able to get some barrels under it. And I was able to grab the cut and just direct all that water flow down. So I got all the wet and just directed all that water flow down. Nothing got damaged. Nobody had to call the insurance company.
That's it.
Took one for the team.
That you
That's
did
what's
take one for the team because a sheetrock gets really expensive when you get it wet. I know that. That's happened before for me, and an
You
insurance
ever been
company
there
did.
when someone got hurt, or have you ever got hurt on the job?
Uh, no, not on the job. Since I've been in the trade now, I guess I should say I'm a third generation spring fitter, and I was a shop boy when I was 15, And when I was learning how to thread pipe, uh, I was using a machine with no foot pedal, just an
Mm,
on off switch.
Dude, I wonder if this is
dangerous.
like my story. I did the
Well,
same
so
thing and it was bad.
and I'll tell you, we don't use them anymore, but I'm sure you guys will remember the old school fuzzy boxing gloves that the guys used to wear. Um,
They call them jersey gloves.
the jersey gloves, yes, sir.
Yep,
Um,
they're still around, dude.
so not on this side of the country. uh, so luckily I was actually wearing those. But I'm making on my 1 inch 90. The fitting catches, takes my hand and the glove with it, and my finger rolled between the 90 and the carriage. So that really itty bitty tiny gap right there, my finger rolled right through it. My
Oh,
thumb's always been crooked. Can't tell if you see it on
oh, it's
camera,
been
but
crooked since.
thumb's never been right since.
Yeah, Brian got his hand locked up on the bar one time.
Yeah, I did.
That's a big
Not
problem.
on the
No
bar.
foot pedal. It was first time I ever ran the machine.
That baby's tight. Be careful. So the last company I was
It
with,
got my ring stopped it. Thank goodness.
the
There's a
last company
tungsten
I
ring
was
in there
with,
stopped it.
they didn't allow the guys to have 14-inch wrenches on the machine because of that reason. Because there's no grabbing space, and one guy got his hand crushed. So I always say every rule. What is it? Every rule is written in blood.
Yeah.
Every
That's it.
rule
Yep.
is written in blood. So someone gets hurt. Someone the first time
But
using flex,
nothing
every
nothing
single one
major
leaked.
injury. No major injuries. I've fallen off a ladder twice. Both times was able to fall the right way. So
Oh, damn. What happened? The ladder gave out or bad balance or what?
yeah, both my fault for sure.
Okay, yeah. A little risky. A little risky. You're like,
Yeah.
oh, I saw Bobby on this step. Oh shit. I don't think I've never fallen off a ladder. Try to stay on that fucker.
No, but
Now there's no
there
more
was a
ladders for you to
guy.
go up.
Yeah, that's all boom lifts.
Yeah, I had a guy who I worked with. He was like one of my, I guess I was an apprentice to him as well, right before I got started. And he was messed up because he fell off a 6 foot, and on the way down, his leg went into a hole, and he was just hanging there, and it messed his leg all up.
Owie.
Still hanging pipe, but whew,
Damn, Tommy fucked up a bunch of flex heads when he first came out because nobody told him, and so he wrenched those bastards right on, destroyed every O-ring. What you took the little piece out and yeah, you really fucked that up, Tommy. That's a bad day. Who still wears those gloves? They went out in the 80s. Last shop I was at would give you those brown jersey gloves still. When I first started, we didn't use foot pedals. It makes you move faster. If you fall off, you're fired. Get back on,
Get
you're
back up,
rehired.
rehired.
That's a good one. I never heard the get back on part. I always heard it. If you fall off, you're fired before you hit the floor.
Hey, you can do that with your guys who don't want to get on a 60-foot boom.
Yeah,
You get
I mean
off, you're
that's
fired, you get back on, you're hired.
you're hired. Yeah, yeah.
I've always been more comfortable on a boom lift and a scissor lift. What I don't like are scaffolds.
Ooh,
Yeah, on scaffolds, you're putting a lot of trust into some little pins and things holding you up and rolling
what
around.
about
I
an
don't like
A-frame?
scaffolds. A-frame ladder.
Yeah,
Uh, I'm good on all ladders. Any ladder. Like, are you talking like a 14-foot A-frame with a center strut?
yeah, exactly.
And you got to get up to that 20-foot, 6-foot extension
Yeah,
ladder and swing your leg over and straddle it while it
yes.
swings back and forth.
Fuck
Yes,
that.
sir. Love those.
So
big
what I don't
big
like,
ladder
it's
guy.
always, so this has always bothered me when I was top step and I have my hand, I'm unscrewing some pipe and then I have to come down. Like
You got
that's
to have
always
someone
bothered me.
there. You got to have someone there that
If
you
I don't
can.
have someone and I'm stepping down and I have pipe on, I just
Yeah.
Yeah, that's where your
that got me
balance
every
comes into
time.
play, kid. You gotta get a little good balance, you know?
Yeah, that always made me like a little nervous. That part.
I got good balance on that thing. Hey yo, 669, love you guys. That's from Russell Bryant. Chris
Right on,
Dilday.
Russell.
When I was an electrical apprentice, my foreman kicked the ladder out from under me while I was electrocuting myself. Now I hate electricians. That background looks like my garage. Yeah, he's got a nice background, right, Russ? Check out
It's
this.
my garage.
Check out these stickers Russ made. Russ made the sticker on my face right here. It's pretty cool.
He made that at the airport.
I
How
don't know if you
sick
guys
is
can
that?
see it, but
Hey,
special
Oh,
so
Bobby, you
edition.
didn't give me one, you little punk.
No, Russ only gave
Russell,
me like 10, so I mean, you're gonna fucking. We need,
does Russell make stickers? Is that what he does?
He's good.
Is he a Sprint guy that makes stickers?
Well, he makes
I
he
need,
makes
hey
all the stuff
Russ,
for Arco.
I need a Arco Brian face sticker. I need one of those.
That'll
Can
be
you put my
great.
face on the guy on the
Russ,
muscle guy with the
draw,
ridge?
draw Brian. Oh yeah, put him on the Arco shirt holding the wrench. That's great. Russ is marketing. I think Russ is marketing, right?
Yeah, he's been doing
Head of
marketing for
marketing. I
what is it?
mean, they
I
got
think
every show they have
is
a
it
different shirt.
32 years? The shirts. So we've heard this from several
You
people.
might
A
get a
lot of
sticker
people,
soon.
yeah, Russ, I don't know if you know this, but a lot of people get the shirts and collect them. Who said that several people said that they collect them
I mean,
every year.
I'm not throwing them. I wouldn't say I'm wearing them. I'm not throwing them
I mean,
away.
I have them.
I have 'em too.
No, but some people said, "Oh, we love the Arco shirts. I collect them." Was it the lady from AFSA that we had on
Oh yeah, it might have
that
been.
said that she collects them? Yeah,
Because
I
they're
think
different.
so.
They're awesome. I can't wait to see
She
what you do.
loves
What are
them.
you doing for June, Russ?
Ooh,
What are you doing for June, Russ? Only time I'm fitting these days is doing repairs, so the frame with extension is my go to get up in the ceiling grid. Brian, you might get a sticker soon. Dick ladders can go 8
yeah.
footer with an extension. I never had to use one of those. A dick ladder.
What's that?
Bobby said he's mailing me one. Did I? Yeah, I'll mail you some, Daryl. Send me your address. One lady made a quilt out of 20 t-shirts. What? Dude, where's the quilt? I want the quilt. Let's auction the quilt off.
That's sweet. That'd be cool.
Like a sprinkler company T-shirt quilt,
She
or what kind
Out
Well,
of
it
of
sounds
Arco
like.
t-shirts.
out of Arco T-shirts? That's cool.
That is
Yeah,
pretty
that's cool.
cool. Was that you hanging from the sprinkler pipe, yelling for help? People used to collect the old Globe sprinkler shirts. Well, where are they at? Where's the collections of all this cool stuff, guys?
What
I have some
you
old
got any?
heads and some
What cool
gauges.
old stuff do you guys have? Yeah, some
Well,
old heads.
Bobby hooked me up with this. It's not it up. Yeah, up. There we go.
Oh
So
yeah,
this is
kid, huh?
Bobby, tell him which head this is.
It's from Boston Fire Department headquarters, and I think it's a 54. You could
Oh,
probably fucking tell us the date because it's in your hand.
1950. And then
50.
another one of my favorite heads is a stainless Tyco that I got. I got it in Orlando. I was like, "Hey man, can I have this head from the booth?" He was like, "No, I can't have it. It's expensive." I was like, "Listen, man, I'm gonna leave with or without it at some point. Like,
Give me the
at
damn
some point,
thing.
I'm getting this head, so you might as well just go ahead and give it to me." He's like, "All right, just find me at the end of the show." I was like, "I'll be back."
I got a couple
Because
funny like
I would hate for it just to disappear, so I can get the head is
I didn't
beautiful,
collect
but
too much shit in the beginning, which I should have because that's when I saw a lot of the old shit, but I have like probably a dozen special types of heads. Special to me at least. What do you got, kid?
I have
So
1909. Yeah, 19. I gave it to my dad. A 1909 from Underground Atlanta. Sprinkler head. Grinnell.
Oh, the black
Oh
bulb?
yeah.
Oh my god, look at it.
it is a black. It's almost purple. When you really hold it out to light, it's almost purple, but it's a 650-degree bulb,
Dang.
Jeez.
Why would you want it
and
to be that hot?
this head was actually exposed to a fire.
Huh.
Oh,
Um, the
really?
the head itself. Now I don't know if this would actually show on camera because it's actually dirty too. If you can tell, the chrome plating is blown off of this deflector.
Yeah, I can
Oh
see that.
dang.
Now, what happened is this head was in a an a fume hood, I guess is what it would be, uh, at the Colorado School of Mines, and they were doing this experiment where they were trying to come up with a new drilling method using concentrated bursts of energy, and they were conducting this experiment inside this fume hood. So they had a contractor come out and install these heads into this fume hood. Well, the experiment had a flare up that was the intent of these sprinklers, but the fire was so hot, but it was so fast that it blew the chrome plating off, weakened the head, but did not set the head off.
Whew,
Whoa.
Right.
that's pretty
Who
rad right
made
there.
it?
It is a what is it?
Looks like a Viking.
I want to say it's a Viking, but no, it's a Tycho. So this is a TY three two
Oh.
nine six.
And what year is it?
The year, let's see, is it date 2013?
Oh, it's fairly new. Oh, a
2013.
wife of
Yeah.
a
I
contractor
wonder if they know
collected the
about that. I
shirts.
wonder, they could probably do some testing on it and see what's going on and
I think
why it
that when
failed.
it happened, so my father was the life safety coordinator at Colorado School of Mines at the time, when it happened.
By the way,
So
that's cool as fuck, by the way. That's awesome.
Yeah,
it's
Shout out to your dad.
it's
tried
a
to just
state job. It
tried
it
to
is
tried to just
it's
breeze over
accolades,
that
man.
one.
Yeah. Let's stop
uh,
right there.
Shit, the
yeah, my
comments are
old
running good.
man, he used to be life safety coordinator for school mines, so he was in charge of all the inspection, testing, and maintenance on the school's property. Um, he so an interesting thing about that campus, there's not a single fire pump,
What?
and they have high rises. The city of Golden, the fire department with authority having jurisdiction, they have approved all the buildings to be designed without a fire pump because they can respond to any fire or incident on campus within reasonable time that their pumper truck acts as the fire pump.
Oh, so they're trying to save some cost, huh?
Yeah,
No, they want more work.
Ugh.
it's kind of a little bit of both.
Ah,
And it
There's a
was,
big group of firemen out there that don't like sprinkler guys.
they want to see things
oh, they don't
burn.
They
like us.
want it to burn. They hate it. They think we're taking their jobs. You're taking our jobs.
Stick with residential,
We got
guys.
hold on, sorry. So we got some comments here. They're
I'm
saying
sure
that
SPP is in there. He's like, put some pumps in there.
after Tuesday there should be a Daryl sticker before a Brian sticker. Yo, that episode was wicked funny. Tuesday's episode.
Oh, that was
You guys
great.
are both looking
We
at
need to
me
do
kind
some
of
more
funny.
role playing.
That was
In
freaking crazy.
Bobby's the terrible
And
customer.
a wife of the contractor collected all those shirts and made the quilt. A sprinkler quilt would be dope.
Oh, that's so
Champ is here
cool.
in Chad New 1950. Daryl's got a sprinkler from 1914. Chris Logan is smashing his monitor right now with how many times you guys just said head. He informed us nowhere in NFPA will you see the word head. You're correct, Tommy. I've said that to people before too. Sorry, Almighty. I won't ever respond. I won't ever call a sprinkler a head again. Ray, am
Just
I
a
gonna see
sprinkler,
you at
right?
CFPA in May?
I'll need dates, but chances are it's in the middle of the week while I'm hanging pipe. So,
You should go. I'll be there.
yeah, I mean, if you guys are going to be there, I may be able to carve some time out. What's the dates in that one? CFPA. That's the Colorado Fire Protection Association, right?
Right, right. So I'll be
Yeah, Russ is
there.
gonna tell us
I'll
some
be there.
dates
And
right now.
are you
Yeah,
able
you guys
to?
are looking for some jobs out here in Colorado, aren't you?
Mhm.
Yep. Yeah, we're looking wherever anybody that wants work. I mean, if you're putting up a freezer somewhere, let us know. We'll help you out.
That sounds cold.
It
So are
does.
you
Well, we
mainly
we
doing like
we work in it
residential
when it's
stuff? Are you
warm,
doing any day
for
work?
the most part.
What was that?
Are you doing any day work?
Yeah, that's where I love being the most is in service and day work, tenant finish, remodels, stuff like that. New place every day. That's what I love.
Oh, that's awesome. So,
Thursday, May 16th, afternoon in Thornton. Thornton?
Thornton. Well, that's right in my neighborhood.
Thursday, May 16th afternoon.
You gotta come in there. I'm gonna be there with at the Arco booth, and they got some tools that's gonna help you. Like for example, the drop nipple wrench. If you're
I
doing
love their Hole Master. I love all
yeah,
the stuff Arco's
yeah,
doing.
I know with all the levels on it,
Oh,
you
I
can't
love it.
screw that up. And that's one that dude, I was
Don't
on some new
drop it.
construction
Don't
job.
drop it though,
Jeez.
because the plastic will break.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Like any tool,
That's good
don't
to
like
know.
any tool, don't drop it. Chris says
Yeah.
he has an old pair of tighty whities from the 80s. They are He-Man underwear. Thank you for that, Chris.
Thanks, Chris.
Really appreciate that one. Eric had an 84 Mercury Capri. It had the same exact motor as a Mustang, 5.0 liter output 302 cylinder board, and used to smoke everyone. I bet. My dude
By
Chad.
the way, Chris from SPP, I am now collecting your basketball cards. So if you have any from the past, like some extras, let me know because I'm gonna start collecting them every year.
Chris always in here keeping things interesting. Tugboat Jones. Let's go. You got to get on Instagram story, Chris, and just like talk some shit.
Yeah, you guys show us
Talk
what
some
you're doing
shit.
every
Get in
day.
your truck, do a burnout, talk some shit, and just drive off. The whole master,
Russell,
baby.
we're gonna have. Sorry, Russell, we're gonna have to talk. I think me and you got to get a hold of each other.
Hell yeah.
What you need?
Boom. Russell will replace it. That's my guy right there. We love the
So
people
does
over
he
at
work for
Arco.
Arco? Are you an Arco rep?
Russell is Arco. No, I'm just kidding, but
He is Arco.
basically. Basically. Um,
He's one of our biggest
no
supporters.
disrespect to Jim, but Russell is Arco. He's
Yeah, so when you
yeah,
come to the Arco booth,
he's
I'm
got
gonna
to be
show you
number
some of these
two, right?
tools.
Russ got to be number two over at Arco.
He's the man. He's the one we
If
call.
Jim's number one, yeah. I will
May
starting tomorrow.
16th.
Get it going, Chris. Just check in. Just give us like 10 seconds of Chris every day on your Instagram story. Be like, "What up, shitheads? This is what I'm doing."
Chris, so if I come by SPP before lunch with some boots, you gonna be there?
Damn, kid. These are gonna be special boots too, because Brian wore them like 2 times. So if you want to sniff them or something, Chris, I know
Slightly,
you're into that type of
slightly
stuff.
broken in.
Yeah, slightly broken.
Just put your underwear in it. That's where you can store your He-Man underwear. Come out
Uh,
with some sparkles.
Brian needs like a duvet in his boots for them to be adequate for him to fucking wear them. What are you drinking, kid?
I was
I had
wondering the
some.
same thing.
Damn,
It's
you
it's
only have
it's
13 more minutes. You could have hid that thing. You just had to whip it out and show everybody. What is it?
so well, I wanted to go wrestling. You know that room's like 90 degrees, so it's water with salt. Get you
Wrestling.
rehydrated.
Damn, he's going wrestling. He's like, shit. All right, what am I gonna do
Yeah.
today? Let's go
Got
wrestle.
my ass kicked from the
Let's go
North
wrestle
Carolina
with the
guy.
biggest guy I could find.
Dude. Well, I mean,
Yes.
if there's a state champ or like an or all American or this a stud, I'm wrestling that person for sure. But god damn
Strange.
it, dude.
That's strange to me, but I'm all for it. Starbucks Sea Breeze. That's what it looks like, doesn't it,
Starbucks
Russ?
Series.
Chris said
No,
yes a bunch of times.
the
You put
cup when it gets cold, it changes colors. I like it. It's
you
pretty
got to
cool.
video yourself as you're going into SPP. Here we are. We're at SPP. You guys all got to be taking more videos.
We
Show
just
us.
need to be like you. We need to be like
I
you.
got to be taking more videos too. It is a little bit harder being in the
I'll tell you
office.
what, you did slack today. I was thinking, I was like,
Today
man,
was busy.
Bobby's probably actually working.
Today was busy. That's not
Oh,
an image.
we seen a glimpse of Bobby working today.
Hell yeah! What on my computer? Did you see my
Yeah,
computer?
both computers and
Yeah.
the mouse. Mouse was out.
And that's a diff.
Got your heater.
That's a different setup than right here because I can't. I wouldn't. I could probably get work done here, but there's a lot more distractions right here. So I go down. I got my little work office. But yeah, the two screens is a must. I don't. I since I have two screens, I can't go back to one screen. All just jammed on that one. Everything's behind everything.
Yeah,
Need the two.
yeah.
Second one was just a cheap little screen I take.
Mid-May, I'm gonna have my studio. I'm gonna be
Wrestling
putting
and
it out.
sailing. That's you, dude.
Wrestling and selling. My son nailed me in my eye with a thumb. Hey, beautiful. And
Hey, tell her we got 10 minutes. Leave us alone.
we got 10 minutes.
Easy, lady.
No, my eye's fine. I thought I was gonna have a black eye, but I'm not. I don't. I'm fine. Right? I'm not. You see it?
Brian,
It's terrible. Oh, all right. We'll
Brian,
get back to the show. I love you.
get Ray's replacement hole saw guide size, and we'll bring a replacement to CFPA.
Yeah.
Love it. There you go. That's Russ
Yeah.
Awesome.
right there.
Hey, just
Well,
come over
now
to the
now I'm
expo.
coming to
I'll get you one.
CFPA. Now I'm coming.
We'll get you one. I also want you to see the drop nipple wrench. Like if you had a drop ceiling and you had a head, you can pull out the RC.
So,
And
I've used makeshift ones.
Because he doesn't
It
work.
is cool to see Arco actually producing a tool the way we've made makeshift ones
They
for so
listen.
many
They're
years.
listening to the
well, how they
industry.
do that is they talk to contractors and like, hey, what are y'all making? What do y'all need help with? What tools y'all want? And they listen, they make them.
What I do like is their laser whirly bird.
The
Yes.
new one,
Now, yeah.
Yeah,
the
because it's
With the
an
it's
laser.
aluminum one.
aluminum. Yep.
Woo! Yes, not that
Hell
plastic
yeah.
cheap piece of plastic one that guy made.
That's
That
it.
the plastic one was a great idea. I was like, hey, this works, and one time it falls out of the sky and it was done.
Yeah, you gotta be
Oh yeah.
repairman. But yeah, those aluminum ones are nice. Daryl says that Brian doesn't need the boost because he doesn't work. It's hard to even say without laughing. Oh, that's good. Who'd you wrestle for in high school, Brian? You ever wrestled against Collins Hill High?
Um, where I don't know if they that sounds familiar.
Collins Hill High.
Uh,
Yeah,
yeah.
Al
So
says he choked you out back in 2011 or something like that.
yeah, well, 2010 was state
I'm
champs.
just
So
kidding.
I don't know if you
He did,
wrestled then,
he
but
didn't say that.
we definitely beat you.
I made that up, but I almost hit the year on the dot. Whirly Bird, I love that name. You never heard that, Russ? That's an old guy thing. I
Yeah,
just kind of let you get
Whirly
away
Bird.
with
They
that. The
used to
Whirly
have
Bird, yeah, that's
they used to, what unistrut, and then you had a rod in the middle of it, and that's how you used to do it. But
just
the laser's the
all
way
the
to
older
go.
guys would call the center the grid stick. I've always called it a grid stick, but always a Whirly Bird. I'm like, what? I still hear it over the years. You get
You
one
got the
guy that was
Whirly Bird,
got the
channel
Whirly
locks
Do
Bird.
and
you
dogs, and
do
then
you
you
use the
harmonica.
do you use Kindorf up there in the Northeast, Bobby?
What is it?
Kindorf?
Kindorf? No, it sounds like something from Harry Potter. What is that?
So that's another name for Unistrut.
Oh yeah.
Whoa,
I'll use Unistrut, but I would much rather I prefer a pipe trapeze bar than Unistrut. I feel it's more rigid. I just like it. Half the size of the pipe you're hanging. It's easy to follow. Looks good. Couple
You're
hangers.
not even allowed to use Unistrut for a hanger.
Right. It has that. You can. You have to. It's like a special way to do it though. And
No, it has to be approved.
yeah.
Unistrut is not allowed.
Right.
really?
A lot of
So
Yeah,
guys be.
where is that written?
NFPA 13.
It
Uh,
says you're not allowed to
if I
do.
wasn't using all of my devices for the stream, I'd pull up my NFPA link.
Womp
By the way,
womp.
dude, I love
I
NFPA
need one
links.
more phone. I need one more
Daryl,
phone.
that
So
cuts
does your
deep.
company did they give you access to NFPA link?
I get access through JATC through my teaching.
Sweet.
Oh,
We love the
Yeah.
sick.
link.
I
Huge
do too.
supporters of NFPA link.
So 669 previously, and we still have access to all of NFPA code books on their online site. So we can view and download all the code books.
Okay.
However, I think starting in 2022, they didn't allow us to download them. They went away when when they started NFPA Link. They kind of took away us downloading those new code books. Um,
Mm.
so they gave us NFPA Link access, kind of check it out and use it and see how we like it. And I like it. I
Uh,
use it. I like the way it's laid out, and we gotta get with the times. Technology is not slowing down,
Boom.
and
Just
um,
because someone's on their
as much
phone.
as and as much as I still appreciate having a physical book tabbed out to be able to look at and flip through and read.
I still have
Um,
my 25, my 13. Yeah.
I find myself now referring back to my NFPA link. It'll never take away a physical book. but
No,
it is great, and I think it's much better than just the PDF versions that were there prior to an FPA link, with the
the
just the whole
search
layout.
feature
and,
is great.
and I mean, all of our apprentices now coming in, we're hoping for a younger generation. We want to see younger guys, high school age guys get in. They're they're going to be used to using these formats almost more so than a book.
Yeah.
Uh,
Well, how many guys have you met on the job that had their book with them? How many guys have you seen on the job site that had their book? And then how many guys have had their phone on the job? Just because someone's on their phone doesn't mean that they're on Snapchat. Like they could be
Right.
looking at like our the way our company operates, we send the print, everybody gets a PDF to their phone. Everybody has access to the print. They can zoom it, they can screenshot it, they can twirl it, whatever you want to do. If you're looking at their phone, they're probably looking at the print. That's what you have to assume. But that's like
Or
the old
yeah,
guy mind isn't that they don't have that mentality. You're looking at the phone, they think
I,
you're looking
I,
at pictures of your girl. They don't think you're looking at the print, right?
mhm.
He's fucking
And
off on the phone
honestly,
again.
the phone is a safety tool. I am a proponent of at least one earbud, because any earbud these days is smart enough to accept your Hey Siris or your Hey Googles, and you can literally
Oh,
communicate with
just
your
he just
apprentices
fucked everybody up.
without even pulling your phone out. I literally will tell Siri to call my apprentice who also has an earbud in, and he can
Hands
hear
free, still
exactly what
working,
I want.
still working.
I like that.
I'll be on my lift 20 feet in the air, 100 yards away on the other side of a building, and be able to tell
Boop,
him my measurements without hollering at
boop, boop. I love
it.
my
It
AirPods.
has its advantages. It has its
For
I
advantages.
sure,
got
for
my
sure. And then also, if you had a question, you can hop on a Facebook group. You can get on the Dope and Tape Discord and say, "Hey, I got
I got
this
my
problem. Can you guys help
dope
me?"
and tape AirPods.
Yeah,
You
there,
copied
right
me.
there.
Fucking
I did,
riding my
100%,
coattails. I'm just kidding.
100%.
I
But I
didn't
do
like
have a
the.
lanyard,
I got the old
little
school ones
lanyard.
too. I don't need the lanyard.
These are the same ones you have. Stupid.
No, I said I have
New
the old
ones.
school ones too.
Oh, I have. Yeah, I have all the generations. I just keep giving them to my dad.
Yeah, his pops just keeps
But,
he
but,
can lose them.
I haven't given my last ones because
Uh,
I found out that if you order them from Apple, you can put a name on it. So I put Daddy on it just because it made me laugh. So
Whoa!
I can't give.
If you go to SPP University, you get a tabbed version of NFPA 20. Is that true?
Okay.
That's what Chris just said. Also, Al says, "Wait, y'all don't use a piece of unistrut with a piece of threaded rod for your whirlybirds anymore and making me feel real
No,
old."
bro.
They have a
We all
tool.
use
They
the
have a
Arco
tool for that
laser.
now. They got
Yeah,
the Arco laser
grid stick.
grid. I don't know if it's I don't know if, I don't think it's called the
Hey,
grid.
Al, hit me
Grid
up
stick
on
is a
hit.
brand, so I don't know if
Is it?
the Arco one's definitely not called the grid stick. It can't be.
All right.
What's
Hey,
it called,
Al, hit
Russ?
me up on Instagram. I'll send you the link.
Most inspection reports are done on your phone now too, so it's tough to break maintenance guys from thinking you're glued to your phone. Everyone said I won the competition, Brian. Daryl just boop,
Well,
boop.
Daryl, this is your first time doing it, selling, and I thought you did really well. And I had a blast, and you also did the background and everything. You got it. You definitely did great. Now, regardless if like the pitch was better with me or you, it doesn't. I mean, I've been doing it for a long time too. For your first time, you did awesome. You for
Oh
sure
yeah.
won. You did a great
He
job.
got like
Great
it,
job.
he got like a lot of little background info about me. Like, what else did you find out about me, Daryl? Creepy bastard. He's like, he was naming my cats and shit. He's like, Brian doesn't even know your name. I know all your animals' names. Like, Daryl, are you outside my window, Daryl? Oh shit. HydroTap is my new favorite tool from
The Hydro Tap's nice.
Chandler. It is. It is.
Yeah, it
Chandler, a lot
saves.
of people were saying that you need to cut that bush down, by the way, brother. That video, they don't like that bush whatsoever, and they saying that NFPA gives you the rights to cut it down. So go back and cut it.
And Chandler, I'm curious. I want you to answer this. So, how many hours do you think you save using the Hydro Tap?
Yeah, just per FTC.
I would say that it's
Per
probably two
connection.
hours. Yeah, per
Has to be,
connection.
right? You just so much
It was
easier.
probably 2 hours
And
rather
and
than
and
draining it and
Chandler did it
flipping
like
it.
he went like the whole way with the valve and shutting it off, and he put like
Yeah, he's doing it
the
right
whole
for
assembly
sure.
together the right way. SPP School of Hard Knocks. Watch out for this one dude down there. He'll sell you a $75,000 pump room and some Jordans.
He will.
It's pretty true.
Oh, that's
The
great.
whole thing, the kit and caboodle. You just connect it one side and the other. The pump room's done, kid. And he's definitely
Right in
wearing.
his Jordan 8s.
So you
Yeah.
gonna wear the brunts now? Have you ever worn boots, Chris? You always wear Jordans. Isn't that your thing? My company is purchasing same one from Artco. I told them all about it, and we're getting 10% off because of the Dope and Tape show. Thank you, boys. Thank you.
Yes.
Appreciate you. What Daryl's talking about is the promo code that we have, Dope and Tape at checkout with Artco. Save
I
10%.
used the dope and tape promo code on my brunt work gear.
Let's go. Did it work?
That's awesome.
It did.
Let's go.
DNT 10, baby.
DNT 10 on
DNT10.
Brunt. You can, and that saves $10 off of 60 or more.
I
And
think
you
so.
could use promo code Dope and Tape. If you want to call up
I
Arco, I would tell you to call Daryl from Arco, and you can use promo code Dope and Tape. Save 10%.
I couldn't bring myself to buy the boots.
No,
Yeah.
you'll get there.
No, I'm a little
What
stuck on
what
the
kind
Red
of
Wings.
were you,
Too
I
Red
stuck.
know.
Wings?
I know. It's
I'm a
tough.
Red Wing guy, man.
It's tough.
It's tough.
So
Yeah, and well,
Daryl's
I
a Red
like
Wing guy.
a stiff sole though. I don't like the that
The
style of
double
boot
sole?
either.
Yeah,
Yeah, I don't like
and
that
they
soft
double
sole.
sole it too. Mm-hmm.
Don't be hating, Brian. You found a friend to hate with them on. It's a nice. It's a nice ass boot, kid.
Hey,
Come on.
great pants though. I bought the pants. I love their
What's wrong with the
Yeah.
pants.
sole? It's like a Vibram sole.
It's I like a stiff and I like a steel shank in my boot.
Oh, talk dirty to
Oh.
me.
Especially
Wow.
especially when you're on that ladder,
A steel
it's better
shank?
for your foot.
Oh, boom.
Better to have yes,
I
yeah,
don't
because
have a steel shank in here.
with that sole of a
Hmm.
shoe, once you get on that ladder, your foot's gonna do this.
Hmm.
And then whereas I have a solid soled shoe like that with a solid sole and it has the steel shank in it.
Oh.
So when I stand on my ladder, my foot don't bend
Oh, I got
like
you.
Yeah.
that.
And you pulled that bad Larry
Dude,
right off? Oh, you have him
hey,
chilling there with me.
dropping
Got the boot
knowledge,
dryer.
man. Dropping
Well,
knowledge. That's awesome.
that's how Red Wing got me. Is the first time you ever go into a Red Wing boot store, they know you're about to spend $400 on a pair of boots. So they did like a real boot fitting. They actually asked me what I did for a living and what I do all day. I told them that I work on ladders, and that's exactly what they told me. And I used to wear that Marin style boot that you guys had, that Brunt has, and it was one day to the next. My feet were night and day difference. And if your feet are good, your knees are good, your back is better, your neck is
That's
better.
true.
Boom. That's just stick. Yeah, stick where that is. So what do you use this space for? This is a space that you use. You go live here or what? You do Zooms right here?
This is my garage. No, I do everything in here.
Yeah, I can figure it. I could tell
The
like
man cave.
I could tell you probably done a
Yep.
couple lives here, Zooms here or something. Like, do you teach here
So
sometimes remotely?
so when COVID hit, that is exactly what we did. 669, we weren't going to let COVID stop us, and so everybody we got on and started doing virtual classes. So I had to stream myself zooming to a group of 30 to 40 dudes who were also sitting in Zoom, and I had to learn how to virtual teach for a
It's
year
tough.
and a half, almost 2 years. Yeah,
That's
it was tough. That was the biggest challenge I've had in instructing was having to do it remotely because I do it. I teach the classes because I enjoy it. I like seeing the guys. I like hearing their stories. I like seeing them grow from day one apprentices to full on journeymen. Um, and there's a sense of pride I get in that. And during COVID, a lot of that was taken away from instructing. I didn't get to meet the guys. I didn't see them face to face. It was this is better. I think we've kind of gotten used to this.
hmm.
more as a society. But it was hard and it was a struggle, but we got through it and we never stopped teaching during COVID. So that is how I kind of figured out streaming and live streaming and
Yeah, you're doing it good, man.
zooming.
Appreciate you. And you got my partner up to speed a little bit. Look at him. He's like a professional now, so this has
And
been
if you look at
beneficial.
the YouTube, it looks so much better.
So much better. It
Uh,
does.
it really does.
Now, if I got like an Alienware like Bobby has, can I still use my camera from my iPhone?
I wouldn't get an Alienware. I would keep with your Mac. I'm a Mac guy. I
So the from what I was told by Bobby is I cannot because the processor in the MacBook I can't go live like the way we do. So go
ah,
Zoom. So we're streaming and then we're also capturing video at the same time.
Yeah, you think you could stream better on a Mac than on an Alienware or on a Dell?
I I would imagine. I would
'Cause
imagine.
it's like,
So
because you never hear about a
I've
gamer
never had to
using,
stream, right?
yeah,
I've always done
Well,
like
I'm not
Zooms.
gaming.
I know, but it's you're using the same type of processing. You need the same type of frame rates because I'm downloading the Zoom and then I'm uploading. I'm
At the
adding
same
and then I'm
time,
adding a
right?
It
bunch of shit to it and then I'm uploading it. So you're doing two huge processes at once.
I,
And I don't the Mac's just not really built for that, I don't think.
No, well, it's
I
not at
would
all.
I would venture to say that young Jamie Vernon on JRE uses a Mac to
Mm,
run that podcast.
But
So
they're
I'm
also not
sure
going
that
live, right?
Mac,
yeah.
oh, they sure
Yeah.
did. Yeah, the Fight Companions are all live. So
Yeah, that's true. I think there's
and
other
Macs
equipment
are
involved, but
set up for creatives and creators. So I would imagine the Mac would be able to run all your Streamlabs and whatever you're using to stream to
you might be onto something.
multi-platforms.
I'm just always thinking of like a video game streamer. You'll never see a
Eh,
video game streamer on an Apple. They always gotta
and that's I think because you
because they
need that
want that
processing power for
because
the
you want
games.
this GeForce RTX right here. NVIDIA. You need that NVIDIA and you can't get that in an Apple, right?
I don't think so.
That's what I'm after, kid. But it might be we could look into it, see what it's about, you know?
I mean, yeah, what we need to do is just try it one day. Maybe next week we can
Boom.
just try it.
Well, it's gonna be a lot more than just try it, kid. You gotta set up Streamlabs. It's gonna take you a long ass time. And I don't like you. That's the other thing is I don't know how to set it up on a Mac because I have this thing set up for like 30 frames a second. That's the way it does, and it coincides with my CPU and the.
So what are you because you're essentially running Zoom, right? And
Yep.
then Zoom
Right.
is running through Streamlabs.
So I got Streamlabs is open and that's tied into our YouTube, Twitch, and Facebook, and I have a go live button. But on the Streamlabs platform, I capture screens. That's what streaming is. You're really just capturing screens. I could capture Google. I could capture anything I want. I'm capturing the Zoom, and then once I capture it, then I add the chat on top of it. I add the logos, the viewer count, the little guy that pops up when people follow, and then on top of that, I put the soundboard on top of it. That's why the guests that I'm with don't hear the soundboard. Only the stream hears the soundboard. And then yeah, then all that kind of merges together on Streamlabs, and Streamlabs I think I sign in through YouTube, so it all goes through YouTube, but I could pick Facebook or Twitch. It doesn't matter. I just like to pick YouTube. And then it'll go live. There's a bunch of other platforms I could pick. We could go live on 5 more platforms if we wanted to. It's just like, are people there? I kind of just want people. I'd rather people on YouTube and Twitch, the best
Well,
ones.
maybe we should. So I bought this computer for this. So for the
Yep.
record, everybody who's listening, we're wanting to do. So I would be going to a lot of conventions more than like Blue Car Bobby, and we're gonna do some blue collar broadcasting live on the with the like
Boom.
round tables. And I was wanting to do it. I need to do it on my computer because Bobby won't be with me.
Not every
So
time, yeah. But
yeah, not every time, as much as we
you
can,
could
but
run it from your phone. Like it's doable from your phone. It's all about the Wi-Fi too. Like the Wi-Fi is a really big thing. Like you could have the best computer in the world if they got basic Wi-Fi, you're not streaming.
yeah.
Well, and I think that's kind of maybe what the because I guess it's taking so long because Streamlabs is trying to run so much data,
Yeah,
right?
right. Yep. Yep. And that's why like we'll run the music in the beginning for a few seconds because when this thing says you are live, and I've went by that for a while, And then you listen back
Doesn't
and
always mean
you'll
you're
miss
live.
like 5 seconds of the beginning of what Brian said. So it's like I kind of run the music for a little bit and then let Twitch and YouTube and Facebook all sync up and go live. And then I'll tell Brian to screw up the intro.
Right.
Does pretty good at it every time.
That's one of my favorite things to do is just to go in and screw it up in different times, different ways.
He's
I
like,
try to keep it.
woo!
Look, hats off to both of you guys, man, though, because this is, not something in every sprinkler fitter's wheelhouse is how do you do a podcast? And you guys are doing it. And we got a sprinkler fitter podcast for sprinkler fitters who just want to bullshit sprinklers.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he says I
that's the
run an
whole goal.
Alienware for my simulation rig. It's hard to beat them. That's the thing. It's like it comes ready for abuse and it comes ready to just run with the high speed fans and the cooling system and the GPU and the CPU. It's just I don't know. I'm a gamer at heart, so I want like the fucking process to be fast.
And,
Let's
we
see if
want it to
let's
be
see if you
top
let's
notch
see
for
if
you
your thing
guys
can do
too.
it, kid. Yeah, I mean we could try. I know that in the beginning there was a lot of trial and error with Streamlabs for me. Like it just took me. I tried to stream video games for a year before we started this podcast, so I've fine-tuned for months and months and months, and it all coincides with the settings that I have built into this computer. Is the settings that I had to put in Streamlabs. So we have to find the settings on your thing, and it's gonna be an eye opener for you. It's not just gonna be like, oh, let me try it. Which button do I push?
Yeah.
You're gonna
Yeah.
have
Well,
to
I
you're
saw
gonna
you
have
at
to
SPP and
you're
you were
gonna have to
like,
grab the screen and put the logo and put the viewer count and do all that on your computer, or I'm gonna have to come there and do it for you. You
well,
know?
we'll figure it out.
Now I'm curious, and now I'm going to get into Streamlabs, and I'm going to figure out how to do this myself.
Yeah, well, let's stay on the show, stay on the Zoom. Let's go ahead and end the show so everybody's not listening to us talk about computers and stuff.
Yeah. All right. Awesome. Oh yeah. Well,
Thanks for having me,
Hey,
guys.
thank
I
you guys so
appreciate it.
much.
thank you for coming on, and we'll come on. You can come on again. Like so, that's probably what we're gonna do is just have repeat people back because it seems like the hour goes by quick.
Yep, yep.
Shooting the shit and that and a little bit of that, and so usually we
Gotta
have you
come back
back on
on.
for a second time. We can have some kind of structure. Maybe you can bring a topic
Definitely
or
like a,
whatever you
a
want.
round table when we do a round
Absolutely.
table again. That would be cool when we load it up with like 4 guys and we just talk about sprinklers.
That's
I
it.
think
We
it'll be
can we
fun.
can load
Man,
it up for as
my
many as we
pops would
want.
love this.
Yeah,
Well,
bring
tell them
him
to come
on. Does he
on.
want? Can you set him up?
I can probably get him set up. Yeah.
Just
You
Yep,
come
I
on
can do
with
that.
them.
it's
We can
probably
get it
We'll
late.
get
worked
It's
you a
out.
probably
date.
late for him, but I want him sitting right there, right in that setup
I'll
with
make him stay up.
with the headphones. Yeah,
Sweet.
that would be
After
perfect.
this, we'll get you a date.
Man,
That'll
we're
be
really
so
we're
much
really
fun.
looking to talk to, and no
Yeah, let's
disrespect
talk.
by the term, but we're looking to talk to the old timers. Like we need to talk to the old timers in the trade and the people that they've done this for 30, 40,
Screw and
50
pipe.
years. Like talk to us. Let's talk. You know, seems like we're finding the young guns. Look at there he is, dude. That drink is cute. There's salt in there. What's the purple?
Yeah. Oh, the cup changes color, so the ice is at the bottom.
So Chandler
Changes
says it
colors to
saves
like
them an
blue and
hour, at
pink.
least an hour and a half, and you don't need to bring new gaskets or new Vicks. And so it saves them material too. And that's a review. You've seen it here first. Chris Dilday, great show. Thanks, kid. Appreciate
Thanks,
you.
Chris.
Tommy,
I'll see you
Wayne,
tomorrow.
Corlin, everybody, good night. Chad, Al, Derek.